Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Real Madrid have beaten City 3-1 at the Bernabeu, 6-3 on aggregate. They're through to the round of 16. And yeah, it was a fantastic game. Probably one of the easiest games Real Madrid have played this season because of how weak City were. This is the most demoralized City team I've ever seen. I've never seen a City side so void of ideas. I've never seen even Pep. I've never seen Pep not make so little changes when nothing was working. It was so bizarre. It was very strange. It was not Pep like. It was not City like. That was the most again the I feel like their morale and what they came to do really just went out the window when Asensio played that ball to Mbappe and everything just went out the window for them. And after that, just this City side just looks so weak. But Real Madrid, credit to them, incredible over two legs. I know the XG and possession, yeah, it doesn't tell the full story, but incredible over two legs. This game was a total domination from them. I feel like the first leg they could have scored 4 or 5 goals as well. And even this game, I wish they scored more. I wish it went up to 4, then 5. I wish it did, but it's okay. It's still a fantastic win. Mbappe with a hat trick is incredible. Um, yeah, let's talk about the game. First of all, I have to talk about Kylian Mbappe, the player of the game, the best player in the match. Obviously, he was fantastic, dude. The first finish over the top for Ederson, that is an incredibly hard finish. Makes a run from deep, perfectly places it. The second one, great run in the box. Then the fake to completely, completely send Gavardio, completely destroy him, and then just again finishes it like he should. And then the third one, very Ronaldo-esque, he's free on the right hand side, does little step overs, and then shoots, slots it away. I feel like Ederson should have done better for the last goal, but and what can you do? Mbappe was on a mission to get his hat trick, and he got his hat trick. I saw someone make like a comparison with Ronaldo's goal and Mbappe's goal. You know that like one famous Ronaldo goal on the right hand side where he does step overs and he just blasts it from like outside the box. Yeah, I said the comparison. They look very similar. Okay, they look very similar. But Mbappe, fantastic performance, man. He said after the game, the honeymoon period, the time to settle in, is done. It's over. Now it's time to decide games. I think that's what he said. I think that's what he said. Okay, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. That's what he said. Okay, so yeah. Hopefully from here, I've said it. This season, I've said it after the Las Palmas game. I guess not the Las Palmas, Celta Vigo. After the Celta Vigo game, we truly knew like. I guess not the. I guess the Barcelona game, not the Celta game, but Celta, Barca, and then Las Palmas. We truly knew like, yeah, this guy has arrived. He's truly back. He went on a little barren period with Brest and Espanyol, but again after that, a goal against Atletico, a goal against City away, a goal against Osasuna, a fantastic goal, fantastic movement in the box, and then a hat trick today. Not today, I guess. I'm recording this middle of the night, so I guess it is tomorrow, but we'll count it as today. A hat trick today versus Man City. Fantastic player, fantastic performance, at his best. Like you can't argue that he's the best. He's the face of a generation. I always call him the face of a generation because that's what he is. After Messi and Ronaldo's generation, he's the face of his generation, and it's great to see my mon ami, Michael and Mbappe back. The rest of the team, fantastic. I feel like everyone did their job. Everyone from Courtois to Vini to Bellingham, Ceballos, Chomeni, Rodrigo, Valverde, Asensio, Rudiger, Mendy, everyone did their job. I think there's some few players I want to highlight. First, I'll start with Dani Ceballos. Excellent, excellent. That first half, uh, excellent. He got a standing ovation when he left, along with him and Mbappe left together. So Mbappe got a standing ovation. I mean, Ceballos got a standing ovation as well. But he deserves it, man. He's been fantastic coming in. He's doing his best. That's all we can expect. I don't expect him to replicate the level of Tony Kroos, but he's trying his best, and I think that's what we have to be hopeful for from these players. It's a crisis time, not really a crisis time, but this season hasn't been the best. Like how you wanted to start the consistency this season, it hasn't been the best. But these players like Ceballos, Asensio, who has come in, Valverde having to play right back, Chomani having to play center back. All these guys, Rodrigo having to play right wing, having to do so much work, sacrifice so much of his game for the team. Like a lot of these players, although they might not be consistently playing superb every single game, at least they're trying. At least they're trying. And we just have to be grateful for that because they're playing out of position. They're doing things that's outside of what they're good at. So we have to be, I guess, thankful to them in a way where in this time they have really helped the team out a lot, man. Chomini, he was fantastic against Celta Vigo in the defensive midfield. I think even against Atletico, I think he was pretty good. Yeah. So Celta Vigo, as you can see, 8.6. I'm not just saying that because of the rating, but he did have a very good game. Of course, he did get the assist as well. But since the Celta game, that's probably the best game I've seen him play at DM. I don't know how many games in this run he's played at defensive midfielder, but the City game, the game that just finished, he was fantastic. Uh, Asensio. Now look, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with Asensio. I've read up on his stories. I've read up on the detail. Um, there are things he needs to be worried about. I don't think he's completely clean. There's some serious allegations. Serious allegations. Even though he's not the one that participated in the actual acts, it's still very serious allegations. That asking for the, I guess from WhatsApp, asking for the video on WhatsApp. That ain't that. You shouldn't be doing that. You should not be doing that. So yeah, not good what he did. Very very bad. But he's in the team, and he gave a great assist to Mbappe. If look, if he if he goes to jail, right? If he goes to jail and he gives us a great season, the streets will remember him. But if he goes to jail, he has to go to jail. I mean, what do you want? What I mean, come on. All right, but fantastic game. I hope he doesn't go to jail. I hope he doesn't go to jail. Yeah, because he's fantastic. He's a great player. But if he did if because stuff he did is very serious, right? So if he gets charged, he got charged. He goes to jail. But if he doesn't get charged, we have a great player in our hands, guys. We have a fantastic player in our hands. This is going to be Real Madrid summer signing. You know how Perez always does it? This is going to be Real Madrid summer signing right here. Asensio. We're not buying a center back, guys. We're not buying a center back. I hope you realize now we're not buying a center back. This guy, we're not buying a center back, man. Valverde. I love Valverde, man. I love Valverde. I love Valverde. I love me some Valverde. Fantastic player at right back. I mean, the past 3 games he's played at right back. Against Man City, 10 out of 10. Against Osasuna, 10 out of 10. Against Man City again, 10 out of 10. Against Atletico. Did he play right back against Atletico? Oh, he didn't. He would have been 10 out of 10 if he did. He would have been. But we had Lucas Vázquez playing there, who didn't do bad, but it would have been a 10 out of 10 for Valverde at right back. But yeah, look, I've said it in the past, back in like 2022, 2023, he's the ultimate utility player. No one beats him in the world. He can do everything. If there was an 11, I think 11 man team of Valverde's would be any 11 man team of any single player. I think a Valverde starting 11. Who would be the Valverde starting 11? Nobody. Nobody's beating that guy. But yeah, fantastic. He got an assist. Fantastic game. The past these 2 legs against City, but he's delivered some fantastic crosses in, man. Just fantastic crosses, fantastic passes in. It's been fantastic. I keep saying fantastic, but that's what Federico Valverde is. He is pretty fantastic. Vinny, good game. Not as sharpest, but decent. I felt like the first leg was much better, in terms of what he did with his touches. Bellingham, I feel like he played pretty much a flawless game. I mean, you couldn't ask for more from him. People said like, oh, he should be more proactive. He could do more things. Blah 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 blah. But for these type of games, like he just did what he needed to. I mean, he doesn't need to do any more. He doesn't need to do any less. He did what he needed to. He played that beautiful pass for Mbappe's second goal. Yeah, it's just a perfect performance in my opinion. He defended well, kept the ball well, played the pass that led to the second goal when it was needed, and then yeah, played the whole game. He did get a yellow card. You know what they say. You know what they say about Bellingham. Every touch turns into duels. That yellow card was that scenario. His touch did turn into a duel, guys. But it's fine. It's fine. He misses the first leg of the round of 16, I think, but it's fine. And then finally, my favorite player in the team, the man, the myth, the legend, Rodrigo. I love Rodrigo. I've said for not said forever. People know he's my favorite player in the team, not just because he's Bengali like me. I'm not Bengali. He's not Bengali. I don't think he's Bengali either. If he is, then okay, it is what it is. But I'm not Bengali. I'm just saying he looks. Okay, you get my point. 20. What am I reading his age? Okay, fantastic, dude. Fantastic. Of course, he assisted Mbappe for the second goal, but what he did off the ball, what he did on the ball, the way he combines with other people, the technical security that he offers, playing on the right hand side, not even on the left. Fantastic. People want to say like, oh, he should leave, man. He should leave because he's never gonna reach his full potential at Real Madrid. I don't care, guys. I don't care. He has to stay. He can't leave. He can't leave because look, if he leaves, Real Madrid are not gonna find a player twice as good as him. Twice as good as him. Yes, I said it, man. Like he's so special. He's so special. Bellingham came out after the game. I think Andre asked him a question about Rodrigo. He's like, "How good is Rodrigo? How important is he to y'all?" That's what Andre asked, and Bellingham was like, "Yeah, this guy, he's a baller. He's the best player ever. Every single." That's not what he said, but he said that Rodrigo is the most gifted player in the team, which is pretty obvious if you watch Real Madrid. The stuff that Rodrigo does with the ball, the way he dribbles with the ball, just how smooth he looks with the ball, fantastic. I think he's the most technically in terms of forwards that I've seen at Real Madrid over the past few years, after Benzema, I think it's Rodrigo. Yeah, Rodrigo and Benzema, probably the most technically secure forwards I've seen play for Real Madrid in the past few years. So, fantastic player. I think this is the way that Real Madrid go forwards in these big games in the Champions League. Unless someone gets injured, I think this is the blueprint right here. And today, I will say that the fluidity in the attack was the best I've ever seen it. The best. It has never looked this good. I think in the Osasuna game, it was. I said on Twitter after the Osasuna game, Jude's red card didn't piss me off. What pissed me off is that before his red card, that's the best I had seen Real Madrid's front line look. You know, I know Rodrigo wasn't playing that game; he got arrested. But that Osasuna game, how fluid everything looked, that was the best I've seen it. And I'm glad they followed it to this game because this is the most fluid attack that Real Madrid have played this season. Yeah, fantastic game from everybody in the attack. The way they were switching, just instinctively, the way they knew where to go, the way they knew where to move. Yeah, fantastic. People say, "Oh, they won't work." Ego this, ego that. Man, these are some of the best players in the world. They don't care about your narratives, your agendas. They're here to play football, right? You give them the ball, they know what to do, they know where to move, everything. There were some problems with like Vinny going too inside instead of sitting on the left side. I addressed it. I think even Carlo addressed it. Apparently, I saw reports saying that. So yeah, Vinny's playing more out wide where he should be, and then everyone's just moving. Like Vinny's just not playing out wide. I'm just saying that because he needs to stay here before he moves inside. So everything is looking perfect right now. Everything's looking fine. For City, this team was dead. Like I said, the most demoralizing City team I've ever seen. I've never seen a City team so void of ideas, look so lackluster, look so. I don't even know how to describe it. Like Pep, this is honestly, Pep, I never expected this from a Pep side. I would never think a Pep side would be like this, but apparently they are like this. Of course, not having Erling Haaland, Erling Haaland was benched. Not having him uh, did hurt them a lot. I think he's their biggest threat in this team. Even not having Kevin De Bruyne, I know Kevin De Bruyne. Look, he's washed physically. He's not there, but it's Kevin De Bruyne. Have you seen what he does to Real Madrid? Have you seen his record versus Real Madrid in the Champions League? You can't bench Kevin De Bruyne in these type of games. I don't care who you benched him. You benched him to play Savio inside. Like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing, Pep? Alright, I'm gonna calm down. I'm glad you didn't, but I wish you did because it would have been a more exciting game. And Erling Haaland, of course, their best player this season. People talk a lot of shit about Erling Haaland. Don't listen to these guys. This is the most complete center forward in the game. Not in the game. I think he's the most complete center forward in the game. If you don't count if you count Kylian Mbappe as a center forward, then it's Mbappe. But out and out number nines, out and out strikers, Erling Haaland is the most complete. You do not judge a striker's completeness based on what they can do with the ball. You judge a striker's completeness based on what they can do as a striker. And in terms of what they can do with a striker, no player in Europe replicates, even comes close to what Erling Haaland does. Look at that Newcastle game. Look at what he did in that Newcastle 4-0 win. All the headlines went to Marmoush scoring the hat trick. But you know who I was more impressed with? Erling Haaland. You know why? Because as a center forward play, taking people on, occupying the defenders, constantly making them scared, worry of his presence. Constantly, every single time a City player has the ball, they look up. You have to worry about Erling Haaland. That's the threat he brings. You can't body him. You can't outpace him. You can't beat him in counterattacks. You cannot beat him in the box. He'll outjump you. He'll outmuscle you. He's stronger. He's faster. He's smarter. This is the most complete center forward in Europe. If you disagree because you think completeness is only defined by what players do with the ball, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about, man. So yeah, that was a game, guys. Yeah, Real Madrid through to the round of 16. The next opponents are Atletico Madrid and Bayer Leverkusen. Either one, I don't mind. So yeah, see you guys next time, and thank you for watching and listening to my video. Peace, guys. Thank you.